It started softly, so softly that no one noticed when it began to change everything. It wasn't some grand event or sudden movement. It was a slow drift, like the gentle pull of a current you don't realize is carrying you until the shore you came from disappears behind you. For Lena, it began one quiet night when she downloaded a new app after a long day at work. Her friends had been raving about it for months. "It's just for fun," they said. "You'll love the videos. It's all laughs and tips and good vibes." And at first, that was exactly what it was. Makeup tutorials, travel vlogs, morning routines, clips of women sharing confidence quotes with bright filters and upbeat music. "You're powerful. Know your worth. Don't settle for less." The messages felt right, warm, empowering, and long overdue. Lena had been through enough disappointment to appreciate them. But then came the other kind. One night, half asleep and scrolling through her feed, she paused on a video of a woman crying softly in her car. "Ladies," the woman said between sniffles, "men don't love the way we do. Stop giving your heart to people who only want your body." The caption read, "Men are emotionally unavailable. Protect your peace." Lena didn't think much of it. Maybe it was just one woman venting her heartbreak. But the algorithm noticed her hesitation, the slight pause, the replay, the way she read through the comments. And the next day, there were more. 10-second clips with bold text flashing across the screen. "Men only love control. If he's quiet, he's cheating. The moment you let your guard down, they destroy you." Each video had thousands, sometimes millions, of likes. The women in the comments weren't just agreeing. They were celebrating. "Preach. Say it louder for the girls in the back. Men are trash. We don't need them." At first, Lena scrolled past, half amused. Then she started nodding. After all, she'd been hurt too, badly. There was her ex, Aaron, who promised forever and then disappeared without a word. There was her father, who'd walked out when she was 9, leaving her mother crying in the kitchen, whispering, "I guess love was never real." So, when she heard women saying men don't care, it didn't sound bitter to her. It sounded true. The next time she saw a video about how men manipulate emotions, she liked it. The next one she shared. Within weeks, her feed transformed. No more makeup tutorials, no travel vlogs, just video after video of heartbreak, betrayal, and anger, all directed at men. The shift in her feed mirrored a shift inside her. Slowly, quietly, her world started to change. She began to see patterns everywhere. When a man at work offered to carry a box for her, she declined sharply, thinking, "He's just trying to look good in front of others." When a brother tried to talk to her about his breakup, she snapped, "You don't get to complain. Men always move on faster." She didn't even realize it, how her tone was changing, how suspicion was becoming her second language. But the internet noticed. Every time Lena posted something like "never depend on a man," her followers grew. Comments flooded in. "Yes, Queen. You said what needed to be said. We're done being doormats." Her DMs were filled with stories. Women pouring out their pain, thanking her for giving them strength. She became part of something larger, something that felt powerful. It wasn't just her anymore. It was us. The women who'd been hurt, who'd had enough, who were reclaiming their worth. And yet, somewhere in that sea of solidarity, something began to rot. Lena didn't notice at first. But the longer she stayed online, the more the tone shifted from healing to hostility. Videos that once said, "Love yourself first," now said, "Don't trust any man ever." The community she'd joined for empowerment had turned into an army, one that spoke in absolutes. Love became weakness. Forgiveness became foolishness. Every story of kindness was met with suspicion. Lena started feeling proud of her coldness. When her friends talked about dating, she'd laugh. Why bother? She'd say. Men are all the same. It became her armor, her identity, her online brand. But in the quiet moments, those long, sleepless nights when the glow of her phone faded into darkness, she felt something hollow inside her. She'd scroll endlessly, feeding on videos that validated her pain but never healed it. Rage was addictive. Outrage was comforting. It gave her a sense of belonging until it didn't, because every time she logged off, the silence hit her like a wall. Her relationships outside the screen began to wither. Her mother stopped talking about her stepfather around her because she couldn't bear Lena's constant criticism. Her brothers stopped calling. Her co-workers avoided bringing up their boyfriends or husbands, afraid she'd turn every conversation into a lecture about manipulation and patriarchy. One evening, her best friend, Maya, who had known her since college, called her out. "Lena," she said gently, "you're not you anymore. You're angry all the time." Lena bristled. "I'm just awake, Maya. I see things clearly now." "Do you?" Maya asked. "Because all I see is someone who's building walls out of pain." The words stung, but Lena brushed them off. She told herself Maya was naive, still blinded by romance and fairy tales. Still one of them, the girls who hadn't woken up yet, but deep down the unease was growing. One night she came across a video, a man talking about how men are trash. He wasn't angry. He was laughing, mocking women, making jokes about crazy feminists. Thousands of men in the comments were cheering him on. It should have made her furious, and it did, but also, strangely, it scared her. Because suddenly, she saw the mirror image of her own world. The same anger, the same generalizations, the same fire burning on the other side of the divide. It was like looking into a reflection of herself she didn't want to acknowledge. Still, she kept scrolling. Every post now was about exposing the opposite gender, men posting clips mocking women, women posting videos mocking men, both sides claiming moral superiority, and the platforms loved it, every comment, every argument, every share feeding the machine that thrived on conflict. The angrier everyone became, the more views they got. The more divided they were, the richer the algorithm grew. Lena couldn't escape it. Even when she wasn't online, her mind replayed the content. Every man she saw on the street became a threat. Every smile a manipulation. Every act of kindness a hidden agenda. Once, while waiting for her train, an older man dropped his wallet. Reflexively, Lena picked it up, then hesitated. "What if he thinks I'm flirting?" she thought. "What if he twists it into something else?" She set the wallet on the bench and walked away before he even turned around. That night, she stared at herself in the mirror, trying to remember when she'd become this person, the one who mistrusted everyone, who saw cruelty in kindness and motives in mercy. She tried to post another video, something about protecting your heart, but the words wouldn't come out right. For the first time, it all felt hollow, because beneath the anger, there was still that little girl who missed her father, who wanted someone to stay, who wanted love, but didn't know how to believe in it anymore. She shut off her phone and sat in the silence. No likes, no comments, no validation, just the echo of her own heartbeat and the question that had been buried under all the noise. What if I've become what hurt me? She didn't answer it, not yet. Instead, she scrolled again, searching for something to distract her. But this time, all she saw were strangers shouting, accusing, performing pain for the camera, each post a confession, each comment section a war zone. And for the first time, she felt tired of it all, but tired or not, she couldn't look away, because the truth about social media is this: it doesn't just reflect who you are. It shapes who you become. It learns what wounds you carry and feeds them until they become identities. And Lena had been feeding hers for years. She didn't know it yet, but the war she thought she was fighting, the one against men, against betrayal, against the patriarchy, wasn't really about any of that. It was about loneliness. It was about unresolved pain disguised as empowerment. It was about a world so desperate for connection that even anger felt like a form of belonging. And though she didn't realize it, Lena wasn't alone in that struggle. Millions were scrolling through the same storm, women hardened by heartbreak, men silenced by shame, each group convinced the other was the enemy, each forgetting that once, not long ago, they had simply wanted to love and be loved. It was a digital battlefield where empathy was the first casualty, and Lena, though she couldn't see it yet, was about to start asking the questions that would lead her out of it.